Welcome back to Ferris Sports Update. Time now to check in with Bulldog Hockey, and we're joined by Associate Head Coach Drew Famulak. Coach, thanks so much for being on the show with us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
We're getting really close to the start of the season now. It feels like a lot of off-season preparation, early practices. But what have you seen so far from the team through these practices, and how excited are maybe the guys just to get back out on the ice?
Yeah, they're very excited right now. We've been going against each other for quite a while now. But when you're trying to incorporate 14 new players, whether they're transfers or freshmen, we all had to get on the same page in terms of the language, the concepts, just different things that we're trying to implement right now.
What goes into, maybe from your perspective as the coaching staff, trying to force that integration, help the guys mix in with the guys who are the returners and get those new guys in ready to go for the system?
Oh, well, first off, I thought our leadership group did a great job, led by Travis Shouty, our captain. I thought they did a great job of when everybody hit campus, they were doing things together. We had a lot of programming for those kids too, to make sure that they were together, got to know each other. And it's not just the fact that we have kids from that are new. We have kids from a different continent. So we're trying to integrate those the two Europeans that we have, along with everybody else. But through the video sessions, through the off-ice training, they come together pretty quick.
Talk about those kids from Norway. You got Martin, of course, and Christopher, but it's got to be a big mark for the program to bring in kids from Norway, first of all, but then also I'm sure you're super excited to have some guys from over there.
Yeah, we had obviously Pokorny came from the Czech. So we've had some Europeans, but to bring both those kids in, and they're on the younger side, they're basically right out of high school. Mm-hmm. Very, very talented, played on their World Junior team last year against the best in the world. They're going to need some acclimation time, but so far, just in terms of getting them up and running, not only just for the hockey, but for the school part of it, it's been pretty seamless.
Martin, of course, will make up a brand new goaltending room for your squad. A couple of guys, a couple of freshmen, but then also a transfer, Noah West from Michigan. Talk about what you've seen so far from those three guys as they work together to hold down the net.
Yeah, it's been interesting because we've always had one come back, right? Mm. I'm just going off the top of my head, it might have been Mike Brown and John DeCaro were the last time we had two freshmen. But they've done a good job of helping each other out. I thought Noah's done a really good job of bringing the young kids along. And you can just see them grow week by week. And, they're going to have some ebbs and flows, but so far it's been really good.
A lot of new guys coming in, but of course there's also a lot of guys returning to this team with a ton of upside, ton of potential that we saw last year over the past couple of years. What have you seen from some of the returning guys and maybe guys that have taken a big step?
I think they all came in very, very good conditioning. Dave Sensor does a great job in terms of getting them up to speed, starting when they commit and in the spring. And then they come in August. So in terms of the physical part of it, they've done a really good job of getting bigger, stronger, faster in a hurry, which when you get to this level, that's probably the biggest thing is just the physical difference of, maybe a 19-year-old playing versus a 23-year-old. But Dave's done a great job in terms of the off-ice conditioning, and it's really helped on ice.
Trevor Tallene was a freshman last year, a guy that really towards the end of the season took some nice steps in his development. Also had a chance to be part of the Red Wings camp over the summer, so awesome for him. What have you seen from him specifically this offseason?
I always saw it in him, like when we recruited him and Emerson Good off the same team, coached by Scotty Dewar, who's a local boy. And he did a tremendous job in terms of getting them ready for college hockey. And they're both big, they're both strong. They both have tremendous hockey IQ and acumen, and they really, really love to play. They're hockey players. So the way they both finished last year, we obviously expect big things from them moving forward.
Talk a little bit just about your captain, Travis Shouty. Named him back in the spring, but he's certainly been a huge piece of the leadership group this offseason. Also, I'm sure you expect him to continue his elite level play as well on the ice.
Yeah, no, and that just kind of started from where I left off. I think he had 20 points last year as a defenseman. Sky's the limit for him, especially with the different situations, 4-on-4, 5-on-5, running our power play. Look for him to even increase his game more than what he did the last 2 years. And this year was one of the first years where he actually had a really, really good summer of training. He had some injuries he fought through, but now he looks like he should be in terms of running the power play, doing things that we expected him to do.
As we approach the first weekend, of course, Ferris State Hockey will play at home against Miami, a team you guys are very familiar with. Last year opened up in Big Rapids against this same team. What are you expecting to see from that Red Hawk squad?
Well, first off, they have a new coaching staff there. So we're going to have to kind of learn on the fly as the weekend goes on as to some of their tendencies and what they're trying to do. And you always get that coach bump at the start of the year. So they're going to be ready. They're going to be well coached. I know the coach very well. And it's just a matter now of getting our guys locked in. I know they're very, very excited to play. We haven't played. I know you and I were talking this morning about this, but it's been 10 years since we played homecoming. And I trust me, our guys are really, really excited. And the last time we did it was a 4-3 win over Michigan, and it's just something our guys are looking forward to.
Last time on that homecoming game, all the Bulldog teams won that day as well. We have a busy weekend, October 4th and 5th around Ferris State Athletics. So just talk about being able to be a part of that homecoming weekend for the first time in 10 years.
Well, and I think that's what excites our players is, hey, you've got other sports that are playing. Now, originally it was going to be a Saturday-Sunday series. We shifted it to Friday-Saturday because the NCAA allowed us to. But it's going to give our guys a chance to go watch other sports. And they're big on, going to support different teams on campus. So, yeah, it's not just the hockey. Obviously, they're excited to play and showcase themselves, but they're looking forward just to being on campus and being around the events.
Pretty big event for Ferris State Hockey on the Friday game as well. October 4th, we'll be hosting Everything College Hockey, coming to Big Rapids and doing a little feature piece on you guys. I'm sure that gives some extra motivation for the players as well, as there's going to be some good media coverage. Yeah,
there's been some buzz already. You kind of hear it permeating through the locker room. And kudos to you guys for doing a great job of securing that group to come in. But we're looking forward to that and what they can do, not only from it's not just a regional perspective, but from a national and global perspective in terms of the social media that we're going to garner.
Coach, just one last quick question for you before we wrap up. How excited are you just to get that Friday game underway?
It's time. You come to the rink this morning and you're like, okay, we're down to, whatever it is, 9-10 days. So we're excited as a coaching staff to get it going, and I know our guys are really excited, and they were really good today. So we just want to keep building and be ready to play a week from Friday.
Awesome, Coach. Thanks so much for the time, and good luck as you get your season started.
Great, thank you.
We'll be right back with more Ferris Sport Update right after this.